Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. You're welcome to another episode of the Gifted TV show. Who's excited like I am? I'm super excited because today we have an amazing person. When I say amazing person, she's so amazing, she's so kind, and she's so humble to the core. So we have an amazing person here with us on the Gifted TV show. She's a copywriter, she's a salesperson, she's also a marketer, anything around selling. She's a pro in it. And I decided to bring her on the Gifted TV show to tell us, to inspire us, to teach us, especially young people, creative and business owners, best way to, put their product out there to get the visibility and the sales they are looking for. So that is the kind of person we have on set today. Now you see why I am this excited. All right. So before we move in to the show properly and have her introduce herself, but then we'll have to listen to a little bit of her biography, though it will not do justice to it, but then we'll have to listen to it to get to know her better before we move directly into the interview. You're welcome once again to the Gifted TV show. This is the 4th episode and I'm super excited. I know you have been always inspired by our videos and our show. Please do well to share, drop a comment, and share this video with someone you know that will need all our videos. Go to our YouTube channel, our streaming platform, go there, take a look at these videos and share to as many as you can find so that they can watch as well and be inspired. So you're welcome once again to the Gifted TV show.
Oriji is the co-founder of Create4 Buzz, a community for creatives in the marketing and communications industry, renowned for her expertise in sales psychology, as she has charted a fine path in the business world as a top sales and marketing expert. She works as a copywriter and marketing strategist. She is also an author and public speaker. She is passionate about building people's capacities with a particular focus on giving young people the knowledge and skills they need to take advantage of employment and entrepreneurial opportunities in line with SDG Goal 1. Not just in the title, but with a vast understanding of sales and psychology, she has worked for both foreign and top Nigerian brands, e.g. Vitafoam, Land Republic. As a copywriter, creating successful market campaigns using a special S²PD system. She has also trained over 10,000 persons directly and indirectly through training and webinars on the skills of copywriting, sales and marketing. Based on her marketing prowess, she has gotten numerous recognitions and awards like the Exceptional Women in Sales and Marketing 2023 by TEWA, Influential Female Writer by BWA, Top 100 Exceptional Women in 2023 by TEWA, and many others. Join us as we make welcome Precious Oriji to Gifted TV show.
So guys, welcome back to the Gifted TV show. Today we have an amazing person on the show with us. I know you must have listened to her biography, but then it's not enough. It's not enough justice to the kind of person this amazing person we have here on the Gifted TV show is. But then in a few minutes we're going to be giving her the opportunity to introduce herself properly to us. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Let's hear her talk about herself in the most amazing way possible. So you're welcome, ma.
Thank you.
I don't know what to say. I'm just so excited having you on the show today. Like, I didn't even know that we'll end up doing this. Like, I was like, Precious, she's always busy. But then let's see how it's going to go. And we are here today. Thank you so much for being on set with us today. We are super excited to have you. All right, so a quick introduction of who you are. Who is Precious Orji?
Thank you for that warm welcome. Most people know me as different things. Two persons know me as a copywriter. Another group of persons might know me as a marketing strategist.
Okay.
Majority might know me as a copywriter. But firstly, I am Precious Oriji and I'm happy to be here. Before I do a lot of introduction, I remember when I got your message to be on the show. The truth is, I was not in Lagos at that moment. Wow. I almost wanted to I have, like you said, I have tons of things already lined up for this tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to another program again. So, like, it's a whole lot of activities. But after you shared the goals, the visions about what you guys do here, attracted to. Like, it's something I want to be part of, because aside being a marketing person, aside being a copywriter, a content strategist, helping business owners, one thing I'm really passionate about is helping young persons, inspiring young persons. I'm a young person. I'm still young. Yeah, I love inspiring young persons. Like, if I can do it, a lot of persons can do it, because I think I'm the least of person that should be doing this, owing to the fact of where I come from, my background and all sorts. Like, even my school, like, I don't want to start going there. I might go there on the longer run. But like, a lot of things would have affected what I am today, but I'm here. So I'm a testament that you can do anything you put your mind to. But I'm more passionate about making young people see this, because a quote says, when you shine your light, like, others, people will come and see the light. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Wow, like, she's somebody I admire so much. You know, there was a time I wanted to upgrade my sales and marketing skill, and I reached out to her. Like, I wanted to take her course. I'm like, I want to take all your courses. I want to upgrade my skill in this area. You know, she guided me through. She, you know, introduced me to some of her courses and all of that. When I was taking, I was like, this girl is intelligent. So this girl is smart. Like, I was like, this girl is super intelligent. Like, I don't know. But then I will ask, why copywriting? Why venture into copywriting? Why didn't you go for web design or coding or, you know, those kind of stuff? Why did you decide to go into copywriting?
Wow. Okay, this is going to be the first time I'm saying this, but the truth is, I already have a flair for writing.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I saw copywriting, the same like selling with words, and I already have a flair for copywriting. Let me just test this and see how it goes. I'm going to use this point to also advise persons out there that want to choose a skill. Like, choose a skill from something you're already familiar with. It's more easier. You already have the, like, I'm not saying you should have the passion. Like, you already have that desire. Like, you're already familiar with something. Like, when human beings are not familiar with something, there's a lot of restriction, there's a lot of obstacle. But when you're familiar with something, it's easier to say, okay, let me just see how it goes. For example, you've seen a new food, like you go to a restaurant and you order a food. If you're familiar with the ingredients there or the recipe, let me try this. But when it's something strange, you'll be like, I'm not gonna think. So when you're choosing your skill, choose something you're, even if it's 0.1% familiarity, it helps you. It gives you the courage to say, let me open this book, let me go for this course, let me try and see what it is. So I think that's why I choose copywriting, because I would have chosen other skill, I would have chosen website, I would have chosen coding, but I was not familiar with writing.
So now, someone watching this interview right now might be like, this is the first time I'm hearing about copywriting. What exactly is copywriting? Is it the same thing as, you know, most of us mistake it as this copyright when it comes to book, music, and all of that. Okay. So what exactly is copywriting?
All right. So I think we need to spell that word, because even between copyright, like COPY, then RIGHT, and copywriting, COPWRITE. So the difference between that. So what I do, which is copywriting, the WRITE, is let me not go too deep. Okay. So in a layman form, is how you use words to convince people to take action.
To use words to convince people to take action.
It might be written words, it might be verbal words, it might be gesture, it might just be like, it might be even be designs, like how you just convince people to take action. So if I'm convincing you to, instead of sitting on this chair, to sit on this table, like I'm selling something, I'm selling an idea to you, I'm making you leave that chair to come to this table. So that's basically what copywriting is all about. So if you can convince people, not really convince per se, but for now, let's just use the word convince people to take action. So there's a lot of details about that.
Okay, so firstly, this is the first time I'm hearing that copywriting is not just about writing. It's about, it can be verbal. I think this is the first time I'm hearing this or even getting to know that. That's first. Then secondly, when you talk about convincing people to buy, does it let's say what's the difference between a copywriter, salesman, and a marketer. Like, I don't know if you understand. A copywriter, salesperson, and a marketer. Is it that all of them are the same, or each person have their own individual skill?
Okay, that question is kind of intertwined, like, because those sort of people you just listed now, they are intertwined. A salesperson is also a copywriter. A copywriter is also a marketer, because you're doing everything. You're selling an idea. A salesperson sells something. Either they are selling a service or a product. A marketer is selling something. Either they are selling an idea. The same thing. The copywriter is selling something. So they're all intertwined. A person looking at the copywriter can also work as a marketer. Okay. So it all depends on the specific task you're trying to tell that person to do. If you want somebody to stand at the door and sell, for example, is a salesperson. Want somebody to write a marketing campaign, for that person is a copywriter. Want someone to design a whole marketing process, for that person is a marketer. So it all depends on the detailed job role you want that person to do. But they're all like intertwined. One person can work as one person, the other person can work as another person.
Oh,
I hope I'm not too fast.
No,
because you say this thing. Does it look so?
No, I understand.
Okay.
But then, another question I have is learning copywriting, is it difficult? Or is it just there's a different level, the surface level or the deeper level?
The different level.
So,
all right. The truth is, I'm going to be very sincere. Forget I'm trying to sell it. I'm not trying to even sell anything.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not selling anything.
Okay.
So the truth is, writing is not really hard. It's not hard. Let me remove the word really. It's not hard. Okay. The issue is, in the foundation be destroyed, what will the righteous do? So, a lot of wrong teachings have been circulating around copywriting. A lot of wrong foundation has been created in the minds of people. So what is hard is unlearning those wrong things you've learned. Because instead of you just, for example, taking 1 hour to learn copywriting, now that coach or trainer is going to use 30 minutes or 1 hour to unlearn what you have learned wrong, now start teaching. So you see why it's kind of hard to, you say, oh, it's hard to teach you, right? No, if you have a very, very fresh slate, your mind is fresh, you've not been taught wrongly about copywriting, it's easier to understand this concept. Especially if you have a good mentor, a good trainer, a good coach. And top persons, it's one thing you can do for yourself. If you're really serious about learning copywriting, find a good mentor. Don't just find because this person has strength, this person has numbers. Because once you learn the wrong thing, it becomes hard for you to learn that skill again. Because it's mental work. It happens here in the mind. It's less of writing.
Wow.
So once you learn the wrong thing, your case requires urgent extra attention. I think that's the keyword, extra attention. So it's not really hard. Find someone that knows what that person is doing. And another thing is, it's one thing to have someone that have the knowledge of copywriting and another person that can teach. You can find a person that is very good as a copywriter, but that person cannot teach. Yeah. Because I've seen a lot of mentors that are I have one mentor of mine. He's a very good copywriter, but it's hard for him to teach. So if I want to learn from him, I learn when he's working, when he's doing it, when he's teaching it. You see? So you have to just know what you're doing.
I think that is my kind of person. I think that's my kind of person. I see teaching, where am I supposed to start with you? Because, you said something about unlearning when someone comes. Because it's, to see someone who can actually teach someone from their level, it's anybody that can do that is actually a very amazing teacher. I'm saying this because I attended your classes, and I think you shared it. Wait, let me not talk about that. Let me not talk about that. But I want to ask you one question because I think that you told us that in one of your classes, which I attended, but then I don't know if that is what happened, but then I will ask you. I've followed you for a while, and I discovered that you actually worked for big brands here in Nigeria. Yeah. So my question is, how were you able to position yourself to get those people? Did you reach out to them? Did you pitch to them and say, I want to work with you people? Or did they get to meet you? How were you able to land those top opportunities?
All right. I really love this question because I've seen that what most creatives have, like, right, aside copywriting alone, like copywriters alone, what more creative have, like, they don't have a skill problem, they have positioning problem.
Wow.
Like, most persons are skilled, like, if they design this, they can design it in 5 minutes, starting, like, they are really hard working, they are skilled, but like positioning is the problem. Working for international brands is, trust me, is more of a positioning strategy than more of a skill, like getting good strategy. I know I'm an advocate of get good, like everybody know me. I always say be dangerously good and all that.
Yeah.
But I'll also say something else aside that, like dangerously garner attention too. A lot of critics don't know how to garner attention. Like,
Wow.
you can be that good and nobody knows you, right? So you need to know how to position yourself in front of people that matter.
Front of people that
Yeah, in front of people that matter. Because people that will, like the kind of money you really, like, you're really looking for is not. It's not even like, it's not even in the reaching out. It's people that really, oh God, how do I say it? Like, you know people are behind the scenes working hard when they should be like in front of the scene, like let
working
people,
hard so that everybody will see that they're working hard.
Yeah, be there. Don't just like be behind. Be in front of them. I got a major gig with one of big brands in Nigeria. Then I think I was just, is it less than a year? Yes, like a year in copywriting.
Are you serious?
So it's not that I was the best copywriter at that time.
Yeah.
That was good, you understand? But I was not the best. How did I got that job? Somebody saw me online. That person works for the company. So I could have seen you do this. Can you try? Just like that. So if I was saying, okay, I'm still learning, I'm a newbie, I have to take my time to, and I was behind the scene, I would have gotten that gig. Do you understand? So don't just be behind. Like a lot of us, we are so like, don't be reserved with your skill. Put yourself out there. Position yourself. Like I'm saying, position yourself. Like it's a very strategic move. Not just by posting. That's not what I mean by putting yourself out there. You need to be very strategic about it. That you're not just in the front of everyone. You're in the front of people that matter. Yeah.
Wow.
Once you achieve that, it's easier to attract those clients you're looking for. People, I might not even be like you said, the best copywriter, but people believe I'm the best copywriter. Why? Positioning.
Positioning and perception. Yeah.
That's it. Perception.
Now, I have one beautiful question to add to what you just said. Now, if you would like to talk to creatives or even companies, big organizations, because I know some big organizations who are struggling for this visibility thing. Let's say three will be fine. 3 tips that you can give to them for when it comes to strategic positioning in the faces of those that really matter, those that need your services, right? Because you can actually gain visibility, but then it's not to your audience. For example, let's say I'm a graphic designer, for example, and I don't want to teach others about graphics. I want to render the services. Then everybody around me is still graphic designer. I can design, you can design. So wow, you understand? But I think my audience would be people who really need my services.
Yeah.
You understand? So give us 3 ways that one can actually position themselves in the online space to attract the right opportunities.
Okay, because we say 3, I'm going to give 3.
But you can say 2 more. You can give us 5.
Let's stick to 3.
Okay.
So 3 things. I'll say number 1, which is very, very confusing. Like, define your target audience.
Okay.
A lot of business owners or even creatives don't define who they want to reach out to. You just come, okay, because they say I should be online, let me just be posting. Define who you want to reach out to. When I came online, I think the first few months, I had I think the first 3 months after learning my skill, I wanted to share my knowledge with persons. So I know the kind of content I should be putting in because I've already defined who I want to attract. I know I want to attract fellow people that want to learn the skill, right? So I defined. So after that, I think I moved to another stage. I don't want to teach any longer. I think it's no longer actually hold classes over 2 years. Yeah. I said I don't want to teach anymore. I want to work with business owners. Immediately I defined that, the kind of content I put out changed. So That should be your number one. Define your target audience.
Okay.
Define the persons you want to attract. So once you get that number one, number two can now fall in place. Have a content strategy. Don't just post out there. Okay, for example, if my target audience are business owners, as a copywriter, I should not be posting things like, oh, how to write copy, how to write headline. Like, business owners don't want to know how to write headline. If they want to know, they will not be paying you for your service.
Yeah.
What they want to know is how to get maybe 3 sales in 7 days. That's what they want. So if I can put that kind of content, since I've defined my audience and I now have a strategy, I will attract customers. If I'm putting maybe content around, oh, here's how I helped my my clients to get 100 orders in 7 days. Those kind of content, case studies, put it around your results, your case studies, your process. That's what they want to see. Days back, I put a content around, oh, I helped, I think I worked on a marketing strategy and all that. I think that same day I got 2 offers. The kind of content you put out, because people are seeing it, and trust me, business owners want results. There's never a time that they don't want you. You are always wanted. They just want to see something that, oh, because if I see you're getting just for this person, I want to put you, but me too, I need the results. So kind of content.
Exactly.
So number 3 is, once you start getting that, create a structure, create a system in place. Most creatives don't have system. All right, yeah, they don't have system. They don't know how to close. For example, they learn how to attract persons. They don't know how to close the persons. You can get over 100 leads on your DMs and all that. Once you don't know how to close, you start working for peanuts. That's when you start working for 10 to 20 persons, and you're spreading yourself thin. You don't know how to give 100% attention to others. So create the systems in place. Know what you want, know who you want to work for. Know how much you want to how much you want to charge for that service. Just know the kind of persons you want to work with. It actually helps you, keeps you in check. So as you're trying to attract clients, as you're closing those clients, everything just works in place. The first one, second one, third one. So it's goes on. So
wow.
3.
You can actually give us more. Okay, so now there's this thing that's going around. I believe most of our parents, I don't know, but then let me use this word. Most of our parents, they believe that when you tell them that, oh, I have a job, but it's online, they'll feel that you're not serious with your life. You see office, don't look for a job. Your mates are looking for a job. You are doing online. What are you doing online? So I want to talk about, do you think it's worth it when it comes to I'm using the word online because I don't want us to sound so high when it comes to digital space. So what will you say concerning learning a digital skill at this age and time? And learning it, does it I don't know the right way to put the question. Let me rephrase the question. Now the question is, what will you say to someone, maybe a young person out there, who wants to learn a digital skill, but they don't know where to start from? They don't know what, though you've mentioned something around, okay, learn something that you already have a background knowledge on.
Familiar.
Yeah, you're familiar with. But then some of them are wondering, if I learn this skill, will I get someone to work for? And if I get someone to work for, is this online work? Is this sustainable? You understand?
Yeah,
So I want to throw more light on that.
Okay,
But I think you've had your online journey now for 5 years, 4 to 5 years, right?
Yeah.
So from that experience, talk to us about that.
Okay. So the thing is, right from when I started, I've always been hearing, oh, can you sustain this skill? It's saturated. If you start, how will you get clients? A lot of people are already copywriters already. So what are you starting copywriting again? A lot of people are digital marketers. What are you starting? A lot of people are, trust me, there is no saturation when it comes to these kinds of digital skills, because the world is going global. The world has gone global, and even as much as you have people in it, people always need service.
Okay.
People are still giving birth. The world is growing. So there's people in it. People always need service. People always need products. So those kind of skills that requires people services will always be sought after. So there's no being scared of, will I make money from this? Is it saturated already? there's really no saturation. If you know what you're doing, like I said, if you know how to position yourself, you attract people of your kind. Like, let me say, people of your kind, like people you're looking for, you attract them. Like we have let's say over 1 billion people. So you can say, okay, I want to work for just restaurant.
Okay.
I want to work for just like there are a lot of people you can work for. Okay, as a designer, I don't want to work for people online. I want to work for people that want to work for transport companies. Like you always see people to work for if you know yourself and if you position yourself rightly. I have a friend. He runs ad, but he runs ad for real estate people. Like just really, and with that he has positioned himself that way, and they charge him more because he has very, very, very detailed like expertise on that. So there's always there's always a space for you once you know how to position yourself. Situation is something like, I say it's just an illusion, doesn't really exist. Or maybe it exists, but when you are still here, everybody's trying to fight for the breadcrumbs. But once you use positioning to take yourself here, it becomes easier for you. Like even make more money that way than still being here. So I think the key is, if you come in here, don't come as to be like others, to be copywriters. There are over 10. No, it should be there are over many copywriters in Facebook and Precious. There is many virtual assistants and Florence. Yeah. So that kind of thing. So try to position yourself that way. Like don't be in the crowd. You'll be lost because everybody's like you said, is doing it. So if you don't want to get lost, position yourself. Find something that can make you like. I think I shared that on my page on Facebook. Have an unfair advantage. Have something that puts you here and where everybody is there. Yeah. Trust me, you can also score the goal. Like be in the pitch. Don't be watching.
Okay, so another question. You mentioned something when we started newly. You said something about when you're starting, have a mentor, right? You mentioned something around mentor, and I will ask, when you were starting out in the online space, did you have a mentor?
You don't catch.
Did you have a mentor? You were like, oh, this person was like, Precious, do it this way. Precious, this will be better. Someone that have been there ahead of you. And if yes, what was the impact of that mentorship on your journey to this level?
Don't mind me. Yes, you called me red and yourself.
Okay.
But the truth is, I did not. And before you ever say anything, that's one thing I regret till today. Like when I said I didn't have a mentor, I just started okay. I can do this affirmation. So I started that way. I told myself, I can do copywriting now. It's not just to learn blah blah blah. Like, trust me, I would have blown more than this if I had a mentor. Like I would have been here. Like I know what I would have been if I started with a mentor. So don't be like me. Like I'm going to advise you guys. Don't be like me. Don't be like I'm a one-man soldier. Like I want a one-man army. No. Don't be like me. Nobody is truly self-made. Forget that thing. You need someone to guide you. Like I said, because when you're starting, you don't know what is wrong. You don't know what is right. You might just eat everything. So it might take you longer time to start getting the right thing. Once you have a mentor, who's tell you, okay, this is right, this is wrong, so go to the right. Like you see, it's more easier to just achieve something fast than you spending years to test, okay, this one good, this one bad. So instead of wasting that time testing here, have someone that can tell you, I've tested it too, go for this one. Yeah. So trust me, have a mentor lead. Even if it's not a close mentor, it's like I choke. So I had to have someone that, even if you're not close, like please. I think I just remember the story now. So what I took as a name, not really remember, like a coach, very, very close one. I remember the first, like I was really very good in copywriting, so an S². So one day I got a big job, like opportunity, and I was supposed to write an email. So it was something very, very huge. So you know that kind of imposter syndrome, like I'm not sure this is okay. Let me share it with somebody I trust, like someone like a mentor to me. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't write well. Like if I said that, you just like, you get that kind of thing. So when I sent it to you, you're like, okay, when you are done, send me the final copy.
You know, you did that to me.
Jesus Christ.
Rachel, you know, you did that to me.
Hey, I was like, how is this draft? Something I've done, like I've submitted completely. You're telling me when I'm done, but I not see it.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, that's the draft. I had to cover up.
You see, yeah, that's the truth.
So imagine if
That
that person was not around. Imagine if I was just doing it on my own. I would have submitted that and filled up like big time and all that.
And you feel you've done amazing.
I felt like I've killed this. Do you know? Like I took my time. I wrote this thing. It's done. It is finished.
Yeah.
So that's what having a mentor, a coach, a good one for that matter. Is.
Yeah.
Have it early. That person already done the testing for you. Like it's only a cheat code. Like instead of you taking, it took me 1 year to become like stable, like to have a stable fit copywriting. But I have persons under me that in just 3 months they're looking some kind of money, and I'm like, you owe me thanks. Because I'm like, just 3 months. It took me 1 year, and I remember the first time I made 20K. I was so happy. But this person is making in 3 months. They're telling me I just closed $1,000 clients. I was like,
wow.
What's your time? So that kind of thing. So have someone, like don't be like me. Start early. I actually wanted to. Trust me, I was not the kind of person that I can do it myself. No, I wanted somebody. I searched, it was not easier there, it was mainly, I think there was many of the male people.
Yeah.
So it was not easier to get closer to them and I started looking for mentor. So I was trying. I could not get anyone. I started to say, let me just try, because I still had that thing to do the skill. So now I think that many persons we can reach out to in this space, female, male, anyone you represent.
Wow.
So yeah, trust me, have someone. That's just the thing, have someone.
You said something about you sent a copy to someone and the person said, is this a draft? You did that to me.
The same way they suffer me, I will suffer with them.
I wrote a comment to some people. Can you take a look at see, is this Facebook content? This is what I
No, that's the duty of being the mentor. That I be on this side.
I
I was on that side before. Now you're not on this side.
Are you serious? I wrote this thing for 3 days. They're telling me it's a Facebook post. Oh my god. I was like, oh really? I didn't even remember the response I gave to you. But then that's my confession. Then before we move on, what is your opinion? What will you say to? I see a lot of young people. They don't know what to do with that. They have a mobile phone. They have data in it, but they don't know what to do with it. So they end up on TikTok doing some stuff, following people, because recently there's a lot of things going on the online space. Probably it's because of my timeline, people that I'm following. But then I hear some news that are quite disturbing, and it's not something very nice for our young people, right? So what will you say to them? How to channel that energy of just following people that wouldn't add any value to them? So what will you rather tell them to do with the mobile phone and the data they have?
I learned this from my brother. I don't know where he heard it from. He says when the use of something is not known, abuse is inevitable. So the same thing with social media, like having a phone. When you don't know the usefulness of it, abuse is inevitable. So why young persons are trying to abuse these gifts or this beautiful innovation that technology has given to us? It's because of they don't know the use of it.
Yeah.
So you need to start putting yourself. Okay. I'll give this illustration. I think it will pass this message very well. When you're coming here, do you see a red car?
Red car? The car that brought you. What color was that?
Let's stop there. Okay, now if I told you to you're coming, look for a red car, you will have seen a red car.
Okay.
You must have seen a red car. I just saw a red car. Yeah, passing. If I have told you that, if you are coming today, before you come, make sure you look for a red car. It's 2 or 3. You will see. I'm very sure you will see.
Yeah.
But now I'm asking you now. You did not pay attention to it then. So that's the same thing with opportunities or things. If you don't start putting your mind to it, you can't attract it. So a lot of young persons, if you know the kind of life you want to live, you need to start should I say, you need to start having it at the core, like at the core of your being. Start should I say, start living that kind of lifestyle. So as a young person, you know, oh, this is where I am, this is who I am, or this is where my parents are, and you know the kind of life you want to achieve. I grew up in Ajigule. I've seen things around there, but I knew the kind of persons I want to, like kind of person rather I want to be. I knew where I want to go. I knew how much money I want to have. Yeah, so I did not allow that environment affect. So the same thing with social media. If you know what you're looking for there, if you know what you want to achieve with that, you start having something at the core of your mind, and those kind of opportunities you start coming to you. Like, not like some people say, good thing go they pursue me. It doesn't happen that way. If you don't have it at your core of your mind, even when the opportunities come, you will not know. Just like when like I just give an example about a red car. Red car would have passed, but you will not know because you are not looking for a red car. So the same thing with opportunities or kind of life, like young persons are trying to. Some people say, oh, I want to be a big man, or I want to be this, I want to be that. But you're not. That it's not your core focus. You come online and people you are following are, you know, comics, what they call them, like games, you know, podcasts that talk about rubbish. That's where you're saying one day. One day. What did they say? How did they say it? One day.
I go blab, they go see
something like that. It doesn't happen. Like it doesn't happen on wish. If you don't look for those things, even when they come,
you will recognize them.
Thank you. So the same thing. So if as a young person, you know what you want to achieve, you know what you want. Even as you have social media as a tool, it should be to attract those opportunities. So you have to filter what you hear. You have to filter what you see. There's some places I would see, like I'll just scroll because you know some people don't know how powerful the things we see, things we hear. Like it shapes what comes closer. Like I should say it's psychologically. Like it shapes what comes closer. For example, if I start looking at red, maybe I start liking red, I'll start seeing red cars. So the same. So that's how it is. So for young people, social media is a blessing to you. But if you really want to become who you promised, like say I promised my mama say I go be. You really want to be who you promised.
I promised my mama say I go make her proud.
Yeah, you know, to make your mama proud, then you have to filter what you listen, what you see. Start putting those those goals at the forefront of you. So when it comes, you see it. Like when that red car comes, this is a red car. When the opportunity comes, you see the opportunity. I recently represented in a youth conference, president of Sudan as a delegate.
Yeah.
How did I see that online? Because I was like, I think during that time I was recently looking for opportunities to go as delegate or represent something like that. I was looking for a diplomatic opportunity. So when I saw that online, I grabbed it. If I was not looking for it, even if it come, I would like I'm just scroll. Do you get? If it's not on my mind, to be like a regular post. Do you get? So that's how opportunities are. Filter what you want to like see, and it will start coming to you like more closer, more real. That's just it.
How were you able to balance school and work? Because most young people take school as an excuse. Yeah. And I don't know, you do training, right? I don't know if you've seen someone, like they say, they'll come to you, Emma, please, I want to really learn this, but I don't have money because I'm a student. Like, so the question is, how were you able to balance school with work, with social activities, then church? Because Precious is oh my god, she don't show it, but this is a pastor. She's a pastor. She's a pastor. She ministers to you under anointing. So how are you able to balance all of this together?
The first thing is people that know me, I say something, I don't have 5 lives, I have 1 life. I'm not cat. Or I'm not 5 alive. So people say, oh, you know, I'm trying to balance my school life, trying to balance my church life, trying to balance my relationship. People that I'm starting. Are you single? I don't know. People are trying to balance.
So then I will see Ivy.
Calm down.
I will see Ivy. All these people.
Should I continue? So you balance social life, balance. You know, you're balancing a whole lot of your life. Are you 5? I have 1 life, which is precious. Oriji, I want to live that life. So until you tell yourself that, you will not start defining how you want that life to go. But if you think your life is in 5 parts, you'll be living, okay, now I want to give school like this. You start breaking things, and before you know, one side you fail, one side you fail, something like that. So tell yourself you have one life to live, and you have to keep that life up here. That means you have to do things that will bring it up here. I'm going to be very sincere, it's not easy.
Okay.
When I started early, I was in school and I wanted to start online. My dad told me it's impossible. In fact, I still need to school to go have first class. Give me that phone. When dad sees my phone, he'll begin like me.
Serious.
Seriously, he sees my phone. Think more than twice. Ah, God.
Calm down.
I'm forgiving.
Okay.
So that's it. Like, he told me it was not going to be easy. I told him that I can do this. Because I already knew what I wanted. I knew, for school, I cannot fail. Because I need to get that, this work I still cannot fail because I still need it. Like, I knew what I wanted. I knew it was going to be hard, and I was ready to do the hard things. A lot of people are not ready to do the hard things. Like, we have goals here, and our energy is here. I have something on my profile. I say you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of the systems.
Yeah.
You can say, my goal is to be this, and the systems you have put in place is here. You'll be here. You cannot go here. So if you say, I want to be the best copywriter, and you're still, using 1 year to read 1 book. You see the systems you have put in place 1 year and some people are reading 5 books in 1 month. Tell me how you can beat them. So you say you don't rise to the level of your goals. So you might say, it's not going to be easy. How can I balance this stuff? Trust me, it's going to be hard. But tell yourself, it's not going to last forever. I'm done with school. Did I die? I knew it was going to be hard. There were times I was reading and my eyes were popped, red. Right? I knew what I wanted. I knew this I have to pass. And this competitor I have to do. There was no work-life balance. Especially when you are starting out. I do tell young persons, if you're starting out, you're already late. You came in late to this thing. A lot of people started 5 years before you. So tell yourself that I'm already, just like you're running a relay race, and you're back. Or let me say you're running a 100-meter race, and some people started 5-6 seconds ago, and you started now. So you have to do something to
cover up.
Yes, to cover up that lapses. So tell yourself, there's no work-life balance. If I'm doing this, I'm doing. Trust me, there's no way I've seen some person die from doing both. You cannot die. You can never die. It will only stress you.
Yeah.
During those moments, your eyes, everything is killing you. You don't have a lot of sleep. But now I'm sleeping. I finished at least. So I think when I started, then I was reading 2 books in 1 week.
Are you serious?
You copywriting alone.
2 books in 1 week.
I'm not talking about my school book. Reading anything science, medical is like this.
Wow. Oh, sorry.
Wait, let me finish this question.
Okay.
So it was a lot. The night I did not sleep. I'm telling you, back to back. I did not sleep in the night. Go to class the next morning. The night I did not sleep. There are times I grew so lean. I think
You are dead.
So trust me, there were times where I thought I'm even killing myself. People they are not doing this thing, but I knew what I don't look for work-life balance when you're starting out. It will come. The time you come, okay, it's honest that I'm settled. I stop reading it. So at least I don't say I don't too good small. That kind of when I don't say even me I just I'm good. So I had to okay, let me read. It just comes naturally. You start getting the results. You're still feeling balanced a bit. Time will come for that. But when you're starting out, work-life balance is not for you. What do you have? You are trying to balance. You have money. You are sleeping. God. All those things. You have first class. Why are you sleeping? So I told myself they don't need of balancing anything. Time will come for it. I'm only the kind of person that I like saying something do the hard things. Do it at that time. Do it. See, if I want to fail, let me fail fast. So do the hard things. Tell yourself nothing's gonna be easy. So once I sense, okay, this thing is hard, but I've really pushed myself. I'm doing hard things. because I know what I want to be. I want to be excellent. I want to be like beyond what people are currently doing. If I know that, okay, for you to succeed in this skill, you must read this book. Me, I'll read that book and read extra book. I just like doing the hard things to be exceptional. So when I knew, I have to do this, I did not use school as S²PD. That's okay because I'm a student. Let me be here. But I finished school. I remember when I was finishing my last month in school and I got award as the best student in my department. I told my dad that 6 awards, you go see how you have to touch because he doubted me, you know, the kind of thing. But trust me, he was really happy about that. Like I did it. So if I could do it, trust me, anybody can do it. Do the hard thing. Even though you don't hit here, you will get the kind of satisfaction that comes with. So I did it. That kind of thing. So don't look for work-life balance. It's not going to come. Unless you want to be here. But if you really want to be exceptional, at your beginning stage, there's no work-life balance for you. That's a sad news, but a good news.
Hello. So there are special people who want to give a huge shout out to. They are our sponsors for this episode of the Gifted TV show. So there are a couple of brands that reached out and they helped sponsor this episode of the Gifted show you are listening to, and some of them are Legacy Publication. So Legacy Publication is a publishing firm. They publish, they edit your manuscript, they ghostwrite for you, everything around writing. That's what they do. We have Legacy Consulting. They deal with consultation, website creation, logo creation, everything to brand up, to put you out there as a brand. That's what they are into. We have QuickBooks. QuickBooks, a platform for your finances, your budgeting, your tax, everything around finance, your budget. They are good into it. So you would love to use. There's a link that will be attached to this video in the comment section. You use it to download the app and check them out. They will help you keep track of your expenses and your finances and all of that. We have also Salmon Global Academy. In an academy, they have online courses you can use to, grow yourself, develop yourself, different skills. They teach different skills, right? Then we have SSEH, and Salmon Enterprise is a one-on-one coaching, a group coaching, depending on what you want. If you are looking into leadership, business, goal setting, happiness, and anything around that area, they are good with it. You can reach out to them to, put you through all of that. Then Elevation TV Network also is our huge sponsor, right? So you want to reach out to them. They host events, they host shows, they host programs and all of that. So you can reach out to them and take a look at what they do and also help us tell them thank you for being part of what we are doing. So before we move to the question, I have an apology. I owe you an apology. Do you know I've always thought your name is Precious Orji? It's when you mentioned Oriji, right?
Yeah, a lot of people make that mistake.
Oh, seriously, anybody ask me, this is Precious Orji. When you mentioned it, I was like, did I hear her well? Then you said it again, so my sincere apology.
That's fine. You're welcome.
Alright, so we have a couple of questions from people.
Okay.
They need me to ask you
I'm on hot seat now, right?
Yeah. So Don Paul, he said, how to craft copies that move people to beg you to take their money.
If you want to write something, not really a copy, maybe any marketing or material that will make people take action. That's what you're asking, right?
Yeah.
It still boils down to maybe people you want to write for. Once you know people you want to write for, ask yourself what will make them take the action. What would trigger them? What are they thinking? Once you can write that thing, like I think a good copy stems from doing the backyard work. You can do this backyard thing. Writing it becomes easier. Who do I want to write for? What will trigger them? What are they currently thinking? Right? So once you can do that, what is the problem? Like what are they currently facing that is not making them take this action? Because if you don't ask yourself this, you might write something interesting and they're still facing that problem. For example, now, I might tell you, okay, I know you want to get a car. You want to get maybe a Bentley, Mercedes Benz, and I'm telling you that I can give you this car,
okay,
in 1 month. and I know, okay, what we should get it to me now? Okay, see, in fact, if you have this car, I'll give you extra one to give to your mom. Everybody loves their mom, so something like that. But the problem that might be stopping you from getting that car might be money, or maybe based on your religion, guys don't drive car. So there are a lot of problems people face from taking their action. So you need to like find their problems. So as you're writing those things, you're telling them, okay, forget that problem you're currently facing. I can handle that for you. Because a lot of people want something, but they are currently facing obstacles. You need to clear those obstacles. So once you've now defined that, the last thing is you now have to write as if that person is seated next to you. Because once you start writing as if you are selling to that person, it becomes people don't like being sold to, but they love something, right? I'm telling you, I'm going to give you a car. You'll be happy. You're smiling nice. I just say car.
Obviously.
But if I tell you I want to sell this car to you, your mind is like, I don't have money. No. So that's it. So don't write as if you're selling to people. Write as if you're talking to them, just like you're seated there. So the best way to write, like I do tell my students, is imagine that person is seated next to you. How will you tell that person to take this car? So write freely. Guy, see this car. Imagine you're going home instead of walking or looking for Uber. You get in this car. And in fact, you're not even paying now. I know you don't have money, not paying now. What if every month I can take 10% from your salary? You see? So that's just it.
How do you come up with ideas? Because they see you come up with crazy ideas. They say, how do you think? How does she do this? So she's asking you now, pressure, how do you come up with these ideas?
No, don't catch you. Alright. Oh God. That's a very deep question. Like, how do people come up with ideas? How?
So that question is for you. How to come up with it?
All right. I think a lot of creatives don't know they are creative. Okay. Like there's too much of you being a creative that you can just do something shabbily. As a creative, learn to go into your creative state so that you come up with things. Like there are things constantly around you. Things constantly in your around you everywhere. So you have to see yourself as a creative. Like, how do I put it? Like, I just feel I'm creative. Aside writer, design, you're a creative person, so you should be creative. So learn to deep think. A lot of creatives don't deep
thinking.
You do things shabbily, because when they want that everybody wants to do it fast, post in a minute. In fact, we even schedule things now. Like the whole global world or technology is telling us do it fast. But as a creative, you have to go back and deep think. A lot of creatives don't. Sometimes take 1 hour to think. Like there's a lot of
1 hour to think.
There's a lot of creativity inside of you. I remember when I wrote a copy for the Vitafoam of all of you guys know about. I'm going to be very sincere. I got that idea when I was sleeping on the bed. I was even I think I was kind of a bit sick, so I was really tired to even sit down. So I was not resting, but I was still thinking, how do I connect this? So maybe the idea came, I just read. So let's deep think. Like we don't think. When you want to design, like there are a lot of ideas you get when you think. See, there are things you cannot get. I know I've not said this before because everybody wants to do it fast. Everybody wants to get results fast. I've not said this before, but one of my secrets is I know how to deep think. A lot of creatives don't know how to take time to think deeply. Some ideas that are spectacular or very somebody is like and say, wow, you can't get it shallow
on the shadow.
Like never. Because everybody is doing the same thing.
What makes you different?
What makes you different is for you to go a little bit deeper so you can come up with something more rich. Everybody is reading books. Everybody's reading, how to write copy, so you have to go deeper. It might take you to look for books of 80s, 90s, find something deep, find something not in the surface. So when you deep think, you read books, you look classics book, 80s, 90s, just find something deep, it's not everywhere, You come up with something out of,
Wow. So, how many that is for you? All right, someone is asking you, say, how good is language skills in terms of marketing? I think the person went for that to say foreign language.
I really don't get that question, but I'm going to answer based on what I think a person is answering.
Okay.
Or you get the question. Can you shed more light on that?
I think when what you mean is probably when you are writing to people who are not they don't understand your native language. Let's take for example, you are speaking to someone in China. China has their own language. Then you're a Nigerian, you don't know how to speak China. then you are trying to get them to buy what you are selling, or probably you want to write a copy for a company in China. So how do you bridge the gap between understanding those people? Because probably when you say microphone, for example, in China it's not the same thing. It might mean another thing totally to them. You understand? So if I understand what the lady is trying to say right now, I think that is what she's trying to say. How do you bridge that gap? Do you need to go and learn their language, study them, know them, get deep with them, and all of that? So
okay, I think that's the thing about copywriting. You can't write for people you don't know.
Okay, you can't write
to
people you don't
because the first thing to write a good copy is to know your target audience, to know them, and write on how they would understand. So if I'm writing for an American audience, I have to go learn how Americans write, how Americans talk. So I need to talk like them.
How do they think?
Yeah. I need to read. For example, I was trying to write a copy for a conference that for students. I need to go back and write like as a student. There's some language like students will use like no reduce your steez. If I write it in a business word, they will not get quickly. You get so language affects copywriting. Yeah, you can't write for an audience you don't know. That's the reason. Before, for example, if you're in Nigeria, if you write a copy for an American audience, they will tell you, you must be a native speaker, because they want you to be sure that you can speak like them, because you can't write for people you don't know. So if you try to write for an audience, maybe an China audience, like you said, Chinese audience rather, or maybe something different from your like local language, you need to learn how to talk. If they still know English, you still need to learn how they communicate, because there are some things that will be peculiar to them, like the way they reason. It also affects, because the truth is copywriting is beyond English language. It's beyond ABC. It's more about the meaning beyond those words. So I mean, still writing Chinese, like in Chinese language, and I'm writing Chinese language, and at the same time, the meaning to them will still not be like, they'll still not perceive that meaning, because I'm not writing the way they think.
Yeah.
Like I'm writing English was, for example, now I'm start writing in slangs or in English. It's still English, but maybe to a business audience. It's English, but they will still don't understand me. You see, so it's beyond even the language, it's the meaning. So if you don't understand that people you're writing to, whether it's English, whether it's foreigners, you need to understand them. So language also affects copywriting a lot.
Wow. How do I market a new photography studio to get massive clients in a new environment where the photographer is not known at all?
Right, so if you're trying to do on-site visibility, I think that requires traditional marketing strategies, where you can use, maybe a contest or a discount, those kind of thing. Or when anybody comes in, once I think you can just do something called a discount, an affiliate strategy. I'm snapping. If you bring one person, I'm going to reduce your money for you. Or you drop somebody. I've done that for a brand. Or if you fill a form, you buy the property from us. Once you drop a name that we can call, if that person buys from us, we give you 5%. So all those things are ways to attract and create visibility for that brand. What you can also do is create a friend of friend strategy. Okay, the same way. You can also create
tell someone to tell someone to tell someone.
Word of mouth marketing. Another thing you can also do is create an offer. Okay. Like you say, a person coming every day, like every month to snap picture, like for their business. So instead of letting that person go, create an offer for that person. Instead of you paying me, like every time you call, you're paying 10,000 for this picture, and you used to come every month, get that kind of thing. But when you just pay me 100,000 and I'll snap you for the whole year.
Wow.
That offer for that person will feel like happy. Okay, that's true.
Even me, I'm already buying the idea.
Create an offer products for your regular customers.
Okay.
Like it makes you go, because that kind of photographic business, that person can choose to try else, like
somewhere else.
Yes, your competition can easily steal your client once they have a flashy picture outside. So you want to create, like, retain your customers even as they are coming in. Create an offer for them, like a friend of friend, an affiliate, create a maybe street contest. I've seen persons do that. Like the other things you can do, and if you want to now bring it online, I think I'm actually explained all that already. How to get
so there is one restaurant that came close to my school when I was there. So when they came, they said they are doing food competition.
That's the contest always works.
Everywhere food.
A contest always
I was like,
works.
is it that they have not eaten before in their life?
People just like, oh, I'm the one cheating you. You get what I mean? Oh, if you can eat this food for 1 minute, I'll give you free. Like how it just feel like they like people like cheat. Humans are naturally selfish.
Oh my
So once you feel like, oh, I'm cheating this business owner.
Yeah.
So a contest will always work. People like food things, so it always works. That's one way to get the noise to you faster.
So this person said, what is the future of freelancing? With the quite uncertain times, what's the way forward?
I think we treated that question when we were talking about if it's sustainable.
Yes.
I think we also answered that. Like freelancing will always be there. Like if there are people, then services will always be rendered.
Okay.
Unless maybe it's a skill that is not like digital. Remember, it's digital skills. There are people always need you. So I think we answered that already.
How to focus on your niche? How do I focus on my niche? You know, when you were explaining something, you made mention of a guy that runs ad for real estate brands. I think that guy already niched down. So this person is asking, how do I do that? Because most of them feel that when I niche down, I'm not going to get the enough people to work for. You understand? So probably that's what they think. But then, do you think they should niche down?
My own opinion, niching down is not really necessary when you're starting out, because you don't even know what you want to niche down to. So how do you even say, okay, I want to be working for real estate people? No. You might start with something, but if you feel, okay, this is not here, like I don't feel here, I feel here, can't get, easily go. At least when you're starting out, you're allowed to make mistakes.
Yeah.
You're allowed to make a mistake, right? So that's your unfair advantage. So at the end, you can say, okay, now I finally know what I want to be working with. Or that's also maybe 6 months or 1 year. So when you're starting out, niching down is not really ideal for you, because you don't even know. Because you might say, okay, because they say I should niche down, I'm not living this. And you're suffering. You know, oh, I'm not good with this Web3. But you say I want to be a content writer for Web3. You're not feeling this virtual assistant. You're telling yourself, oh, I want to do virtual assistant for maybe business owners. And you know you're a good virtual assistant maybe for another niche. You know what I mean? So be flexible. That's the key word. Be flexible. Don't be too static. But at the same time, you're trying to be flexible. Try to make sure that if you are doing one thing, you're giving your 100% to that thing. So if you're saying you are testing being a copywriter, make sure you're giving 100% to that copywriting at that time. Always give your whole energy to one thing at a time. I'm not saying you should not move. You might move, but at that time when you choose this one,
give it 100%.
Because I've seen a lot of people do that, especially newbies. They move from here to when they hear, okay, this is where the money is. Oh, it's not in copywriting. Oh,
everybody will move.
The only skill, in fact, content writing is king. It is not in content writing. Oh, it's not in. If you're not a designer, get out. Like,
everybody will rush.
There's no like next big thing. No, like nothing is the big thing. Like stay one place. So if you know, okay, it's virtual assistant you are choosing for now, give 100% energy. Don't say, okay, I'm doing virtual assistant, I'm doing copywriting at this. Like, it might not for other people when you might not work for, because trust me, you're sharing your energy.
Yeah.
Do not grow fast. Because a person that is doing copywriting 100% and you that is doing 20% cannot be the same thing. How you give your energy like virtually affects your output. So if you say you want to do virtual assistant, do it 100% at that time. You say you want to do copywriter and you choose that one for that time, do it 100%. Then it's okay, maybe I'm trying to move to content strategist. Then move and give it 200%. Be flexible, but at the same time, give 100% to where you are. Like, focus on one thing 100%. Don't scatter your energy. Don't be 20% here, 80% here. Like, you can't spread your energy and expect to get 100% result. That time you now say, oh, this is not working. How will it work for you? Like, every year you're a newbie. Next year you're a newbie in this one, in writing. Another year you're a newbie in design. Another year you're a new. You'll be newbies every year because you've not dedicated yourself to say, okay, I'm giving 100% to this and I want to grow with this thing. So that's just that. So even if you've learned something like 100%, you cannot start spreading your tentacles. For example, I know I've learned to an extent, like I've gained stability, or I want to stretch and see if I can try like content strategy. I want to see if I can try marketing. I want to see if I can try learning Facebook ad. You cannot start spreading your tentacles to skills around it. So learn to give 100% energy to one thing at the same time.
What skill can I learn from you as a beginner, and how do I go about it?
That question is strange. I don't understand. Like learn from
probably let me not say you, but then the person put you there. But let's just say he's trying to say, what skill can I learn as a beginner, and how do I go about it?
Okay, I cannot tell somebody to go learn this skill. Like I don't see, let's something you're familiar with. Because I might say go and learn designing now, and you're more familiar with writing, so something like that. So
Okay.
what I would advise you that no matter any skill you are trying to learn, make sure you're learning how to sell. Yeah. So learn copywriting. Everybody needs the skill of copywriting. You need to know how to sell. So marketing, selling are skills that is for everybody. So even if you're your website designer, you need to know how to sell.
How to sell.
You need to know how to market. You need these are life skills that everybody, every creative, anybody doing business must have. So as a beginner, even if you're starting with any skill you're familiar with, make sure you're also learning how to sell. You're also learning copywriting. You're also learning how to market yourself.
How do I start copywriting? He's trying, I don't know, the person, how do I start your copywriting career? Or probably the person is trying to say, how do you start your copywriting career? Okay, let me just say the person is asking about him. He said, how do I start copywriting career, and what are the practical ways in landing my first client?
Starting a copywriting career, I will list out something like clearly listed in my book. Anyone that wants to learn skill, firstly is get training. Don't depend on just YouTube. Because some people like, oh, I watched all the YouTube videos.
All the YouTube videos.
Okay, you're confusing yourself. Get a training.
Okay.
Get a training. Get a course. It helps you to be more structured. Like I also said, if possible, have a coach or a mentor to guide you. And the next step is you have no business learning online. I don't know, some people do that. Like they're learning a skill and you're trying to follow everybody that is. For example, now I started to learn website designing. Instead of getting a course, I'm trying to follow everybody that is teaching website designing. I'm learning from them. You have no business learning online as a newbie, because how do you know this is wrong? Everybody is saying, oh, this is right, because anybody can come on and post something. So don't be like, oh, this guy is a guru. This guy, forget gurus. You have no business learning anything on social media if you've not mastered your skill to an extent. So go take a course, sit down, learn the basics of that skill. That's how to get grounded in any skill. That's how to start your career in any skill. Once you get a course and you are grounded enough, you cannot start like learning from people like social media posts. Because trust me, when you see on social media, some people can just copy it from a book and post.
Yeah.
So you're convincing yourself, like instead of you learning, you're convincing yourself. So if you want to have a very not like really smooth, but smooth to an extent, get a training, get a course, have a coach, a mentor, have books, practice. You can't learn by just reading or learning alone. You become good by practicing. You become good in designing by designing. You become good in copywriting by writing. You become good in anything by doing. So do. So if you want to get clients, I think the next question was what?
Yeah, the person said, so what are the practical ways to get my first?
Okay, to get your first client, there are different ways. Because as you are practicing, create a portfolio. Because even if you get clients, people want to see what you've done before. So have a portfolio. A lot of people don't know that you don't even need to work for a person before you have a portfolio. You can create a portfolio from a dummy client. Dummy in the sense that it's not something like a big client. For example, I can just be walking on the road, I will see a brand, for example, Sweet Sensation. I tell you to write a copy for them. Put it in my portfolio. I write an email for that, put it in my portfolio. With that, I'm getting something in my portfolio. So people say, oh, have you done something? I say, yes, I've done something. So start with where you are, start with what you have, and do something with it. Create a portfolio. Position yourself online. That's how to land your first client. Can you reach out to some person and say, okay, I see your brand, I see what you can I created this thing for you. Don't try to set them for that time. Just try to help them, and once you help them, like you do something well, they'll likely call you back. Do you get? That's how to land clients. You can also call something called cold calling, like reach out to person or cold message them, stuff like that. Like there are different ways to land clients. Like I said, it's a whole master class on its own. I just advise that person to get my book. I actually wrote that in detail.
Yes, I will. Yeah, but just before we round up, I would like to talk about your. I think yesterday was our birthday. I don't know, I missed that. Happy birthday to you, Precious. Alright, so yesterday was our birthday and she released a course on copywriting. So we'd like to talk about that course you released yesterday and also your book, so that a lot of creatives should go and so that they can go and get it. Like I think I've read that book and I was so inspired. So most persons that are asking this question, if they've gone through your book, some of these questions will not be.
I think almost all questions that asked her, because I think that book I really did justice to answering questions around my journey in copywriting, how I started, how I started getting results, and how I started positioning myself. So like everything from my nothing to something like grass to something like that. I was very open to explain my whole journey, how I position myself. So everything is there. So if you want to know everything, just go get that book.
So what's the name of the book? They might be
Costly mistake to happen as a creative, because I made a whole lot of mistakes.
Okay.
I don't want you guys to make that mistake. Seriously, that book will take you from ground zero to like 100 so fast. If you're able to implement everything inside. I actually explained the mistakes I made and how to avoid those mistakes and what you can now do to not position yourself after avoiding those mistakes.
Okay, so talk to us about your course, because a lot of them are asking, how do I start my copywriting journey? How do I start journey to sales and marketing? So talk to them about your course and how they can register.
The course is a 1 month intensive course. It's going to be very, very intensive.
Okay.
Because I really want you to master copywriting. And since we have a short time, this is 1 month, it's going to be intensive. But I said that after that 1 month, you're going to be like a skilled copywriter. So it's a must-have for anybody that's really serious about learning copywriting. And fortunately or unfortunately, I did it just once in a year. So this is an opportunity for you to grab it as fast as possible, because after this batch, you are closed for this year. So see you guys in class.
Alright, so final word to our audience.
Start with what you have. You may not have a lot, but trust me, what you have in your hands is plenty. It can do something. The scripture, she say word of God now. I love the scriptures, so I'm going to use the scripture as an example. The scripture says something that there's a parable in the Bible where talents we are giving, some we are giving 2, one was giving 5, one was giving 1, I think 1, 2, 5, something like that, And the person that had one say, this is too small, I'll not do anything with it. So he went to heed it. So a lot of you are like, we are like that. And when the master came, the one that had 2 gave him more because he multiplied it. The one that had 5, he gave him more. Or the one that had 1, even that one was taken from him because he did not do anything with that. So that brings back to what I'm talking about. If you don't see what's in your hand, trust me, even that small you have will be taken away. And that's why a lot of you might be feeling frustrated today. Maybe feeling you start like you're at the point where you're already hating yourself, and that's because even that thing you have has already been taken from you. So if you don't do anything with what you currently have, you will start hating yourself, because you're the same person that you know. So listen, I know I would have done things like this person, but I'm here. So start with what you have. I started this copywriting journey. In fact, it was a free money. The course was, I think the first course I started with copywriting was a 1,000 naira course.
Wow.
But I didn't even have the money for that at that time. So I had to beg someone to give an early birthday gift. I think that was around June. So
Yeah.
so I just very special to me. That's not my birthday. So I was like, can you give me this money? I'm like, okay, yes, I want to send you money for your birthday too. I was like so happy. So that person sends me some money to buy slippers. Instead of me buying that slippers, I took that money to pay for that course. That's how I started my copywriting journey to be. And now I'm here. To an extent, I have money. To an extent, I'm liquid. To an extent, like I can even pay for people to like. I've been paying classes for people up to 50, 100 persons. I've learned copywriting for free through me. I've trained over 10,000 persons.
Wow.
So imagine if
okay.
I refuse to start. Imagine if I say, oh, I don't even have money. I beg, that course should wait.
Let me go and buy the slippers that is raining.
Thank you. Start with what you have. What you have is plenty. I'm a witness to that. It might be here now, but trust me, you can't. This is not motivation. I'm talking from experience.
Yeah.
Start with what you have. Don't be so weak to life. Be very, very serious about what you want. Somebody always tell me, oh Precious, you always want to get this, like calm down. I'm like, I'm not going to calm down because when life was dealing with me,
Nobody, exactly.
I came from a kind of a low background. There were times where there was nothing to eat for the whole day. There were times where we are like taking pap for 1 week. Life did not say, oh, this girl is a small girl, let me pity her. And so let me pity her, give her fried rice.
And chicken.
Life was not fair.
Yeah.
So why will it be fair to your goals? Like as a young person, do the hard things now. Do it. Find hard things. In fact, be finding hard things and do. Because you don't do it now. Like, when will you do these things? Like, being young is an advantage to you. There kind of a lot of things I cannot do now because I'm currently busy. For example, I cannot read 2 books in a week again. But imagine if I had not read those books at that time. The kind of knowledge or experience I have now, I will not have it as at now. So that time will come, the things you think you can do, you'll not be able to do them. So anytime you have the opportunity, do hard things. Don't become like fight for what you want. You want these goals, create systems to achieve that goals. I knew I wanted to come out very good in school, even as I was working online. I created systems like that. Even when I was working online, there are nights I had classes, online classes, and the next one I had an exam.
Wow. So
create systems for what you want to achieve. Don't just have goals. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to live with your system. Your systems are here and your goals are here. You will fall back there. So don't be so. Some people will say you can't chase 2 rats at the same time. You can't face. Okay, chase 2 rats. You will catch them. Like be so. I'm going to be very sincere. Be so focused to what you want to achieve. Focus on your focus. Forget what people are saying. That this is impossible to do. Face it. Even if you don't get it, don't say you scratch it. Face it head on. You know what you want. You know the kind of life you're currently living.
Yeah.
Do you want to remain there? So I'm going to tell you, start with what you have. You might think, I'm still a student, I can't afford this. If you can't afford, there was the time I couldn't afford to pay for courses. I was watching stuff online. Say what I have. See, you have something. You might not have money. Like money is not the only currency. You have your time as a currency. Yeah, so you can pay with your time. There were times where I was sleeping on YouTube every night. I was using free night plan, 30 naira, 300. It's not 20 naira. 1 gig.
Wow.
I was paying my time. People are sleeping. I was paying with my time. I did not spend. I had classes the next morning, but I know so I don't get money, but I get 20 naira to buy airtime. So start with what you have. Because if you don't start what you have, if you don't build on that thing, it will not multiply to get. If you don't start without your time, if you don't spend your time, you will not get that 10 naira. And if you don't get that 10 naira, you cannot get that 1,000. And the kind of money you cannot even get if you don't have 100,000. You can't want to make 10 million when you don't have 100,000. So you see, start with what you have, because everything like multiplies. So when there's nothing, anything multiplied by nothing is what? 0. You can't build when you don't start with something. So face life head on. be dangerously focused.
Yeah, I would like to say that one again.
Yeah.
There's what you all usually say to us.
Okay.
Eh?
Be dangerously good. Yeah. You owe yourself that. Like you owe yourself that.
Wow.
In a world where everybody's doing something, if you want to be exceptional, be dangerously good.
Wow.
Be here. Don't be there.
Don't play the average game.
Stop playing.
Oh my God. So I'm super excited to have you here once again. I really want to say thank you for bringing out time to do this. I know you have a conference tomorrow with the other precious. That's nice. So you have a conference tomorrow. I know there's a lot of plans you have to make, but then you took out time to be here. We want to say thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you so much for inspiring young people. I know a lot of young people is going to watch this, and I know that someone is going to get inspired to do something, meaningful with their finance. Change the situation. Thank you so much again.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Bye.